Kayla here, and today I have a hair update as well as like a kind of first impressions on the product that I used for my hair, which I did do at home. And as you can tell, I got quite a change. I got a haircut. I just got like bangs, and I got this to frame my face because I look awful with like all over like layers. It just looks terrible on my hair type, so I get away with just framing the front. So that's my new hairstyle. This is my new hair color, and to be honest, I was gonna go black, and I was like, well, since you're blonde and you're quite blonde, you should do a bright hair color because it'll show up really well before you actually go black. And then also, as I was thinking about it, I was like, black fading out of blonde will look horrible. Like, it'll look just awful. So I'm going to be blue until my hair grows out a little bit more, and it'll also give me more time to figure out what I want to do with the black because I'm not quite sure yet. So until then, I'm going to be blue, and yeah, so the product that I used was actually this Pravana Chromasilk Vivids, which is actually a product I've been wanting to use for a long time, and I actually wanted to use the silver one of that, and I just could never find it. I could only find it online, and I don't really buy things online, and so yeah, I've only heard really good things about this product, and so I've always just wanted to use it but never really thought I would ever find it. So when I was going blue, I definitely did my research. I didn't want to go Manic Panic because I heard too many opposing reviews. There are people who say it works really good. There are people who say it doesn't work very good at all. I actually have a friend who uses it quite frequently, and she also says it's a hit or miss. Like, some of them work really well, some of them don't. So I just didn't want something that was going to be unreliable. And then I saw a YouTube video where literally this girl used Pravana and Manic Panic in her hair, because Pravana actually doesn't have too much of a wide selection of colors. You'd have to mix your own hair colors using the colors that they already have, and while Manic Panic already has a wide range of colors already mixed for you. And she tried to use Manic Panic for one side of her hair, and she used a bit of Pravana on the other side because she wanted green and purple. The side that was supposed to be green was this ugly, hideous, like blonde color that was tinted green, while the purple side, which was the Pravana, was bright, intense, vivid, beautiful color. And I was like, okay, I'm sold. I really want Pravana. But I went shopping and I couldn't find the Pravana, and so I was gonna go with punky colors. And the place that I went to only sold Manic Panic, and the little container bottle, which isn't even that good, of Manic Panic was $17.99. And she was like, oh, I think they sold punky colors at this hair salon downstairs. Never heard of the place. And so I was like, oh, do you have the punky colors? Like, I'm looking for like a blue. So they showed me the color chart, and they're like, we also have blue by Pravana Chromasilk. So I was already sold. I was like, forget the punky colors, I'm getting this. And I wasn't quite sure what color it would turn out. I did more research after I bought it, and I did see that it's a darker blue, and you can dilute it to be more of a brighter blue if you want. And if you hear my hamster in the background, just like ignore it. But anyways, yeah, I was so excited because I actually found it. And on top of me finding it, this is like $10 a bottle at the salon that I went to. And so for a little bit extra, a couple dollars more, I got 2 tubes of this, where I probably would have had to buy 3 of the Manic Panic to do my hair, and that would have been like $20 a bottle for Manic Panic. Well, this is $10 a bottle, and I still have some left over just in case I need to do touch-ups or if I missed any spots, and I had extra left over. And I paid a lot less than I did for the Manic Panic. So that's a plus on top of that. And I've heard people use the blue in Manic Panic, and that's one that I heard actually doesn't last very long, doesn't stay in very well, and I don't know. Like I said, I've heard mixed reviews. Like, it just depends on who uses it, I guess. Like, I don't know. But this Pravana, so far, I've heard nothing but good. I think I've heard one bad review, but I didn't actually see the results that this person was talking about. So, I don't know. While on YouTube, all I heard was good things about this product so far, and it's supposed to be filled with, like, keratin or something, and so it's not supposed to damage your hair as much as other dyes might. And actually, like, my hair feels fine. Like, it doesn't feel dead, it doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel damaged. It feels the same as it did before I dyed it. So that's really good. The color stuck very well. I did this at home, so I was expecting blotches and pieces, like, just a different color, but for the most part it all turned out the same color. I will admit that some parts are actually more of a purple blue, and then some parts that I didn't get very well, like you can't see it, but there's a part over here where I missed a strand. I didn't coat it very well, and it's more of a bright blue instead of a dark blue. But that was my fault. That's not the color's fault. It didn't fade out that color. It was the fact that I didn't put that much product on that spot. And so I'm guessing this, like, bright blue that you can't see is actually the color it would be if you diluted this, because this is just the pure color. This is what it looks like if you don't dilute it at all. If you want, like, a brighter blue, you just put some conditioner in there, and I don't think it'll become a pastel blue unless you add a ton of conditioner, but then that might just be to the point where it won't stay in your hair at all. So if you want to dilute this will probably at best diluted get you a bright blue. Pravana actually has a pastel collection if you want, like, a pastel blue. So it already comes pastel straight out the box, but this one I don't think it'll get you pastel if you wanted it, even diluted. So staining, don't do this anywhere near any surfaces that will stain. If you don't have a stainless steel sink, I would be very, very careful. Lay out towels. Be as careful as you can be, because this stuff will stain your countertops, your sink, and all that if you don't have a stainless steel sink, and it'll just be a disaster. As for staining the skin, it comes out. Honestly, this stuff has come out of my skin with just scrubbing. It doesn't come out, like, right away, but if you just keep washing, like, if it would got on my hands, and so if you kept washing your hands, it goes away eventually. With a washcloth, I just scrubbed it away with a washcloth for the most part, and then until I got in the shower. And it doesn't seem like using soap or not using soap makes much of a difference, as long as you're just scrubbing that the stuff away. You just need to kind of scrub it away, and it stained a little bit, but, like, very lightly, and that just went away as I washed my hands more. And the sucky thing about doing this at home was washing the hair dye out, because you have to use cold water. I hear if you use warm water, the color will bleed out of your hair faster and fade faster. So I had to stay under the faucet for a long time for the dye to wash out. And even then, when I got out the shower, when I towel dried my hair, there still was a little bit on the towel, not too much, so I was happy about that. That meant, like, I wouldn't wake up blue in the morning. And just to be certain, I wrapped my pillows in an old sheet that I didn't really care about, and when I woke up, the sheet wasn't staining that much either. So after you wash your hair out really good, I would say it doesn't stain very much. But as time goes by, as the day goes by, you might find the back of your neck like a little bit blue, but that will come out again in the shower, and it's not like a bright big old blotch of blue is on your neck. It just kind of rubbed onto the neck, and as you can see, like, the tips of my ears seem a little, like, bluish, but again, that's not too crazy. It doesn't look too bad. As the day goes on, it kind of bleeds onto the skin, but that's not bad at all. It's not like super noticeable. And if I went in the bathroom right now, got a washcloth, wet it, and rub that away, it would come off. Like, for staining skin, it doesn't really stain that bad. It'll bleed onto your skin over the course of the day. This is my first day with the blue hair, so I'm hoping that over time, as I do a couple more washes, it'll stop even doing this, like staining the skin a little bit. And so yeah, it's really a pain in the butt to do bright colors at home. I was not aware. Like, if you can, I would suggest going to a salon. There are salons that use specifically Pravana. If you know someone who's going to cosmetology school, you know, see if they'll do your hair for you, because this was a pain in the butt. Like, when I was doing it, it was almost not worth it doing, but because the color stuck so well, and like, it doesn't really look like blotchy or anything, which I probably would have got if I used like a bad hair color, because I honestly don't think I did a good job. But because it stuck so well, it, for the most part, coated everything pretty evenly. I got everything pretty well. I don't know if you can tell the exact color. I would say this is actually pretty true. That's showing up on the camera. But if you want to know what it looks like, because it's like more of a like purpley blue, if you've ever seen like a ballpoint pen explode, like a blue ballpoint pen, where it's kind of like inky, like a bluish purpley, that's the color that you kind of have. And I would honestly say it's like kind of like 3 colors. Like, the darkest is that purpley color, the bright blue is like the color that shows up the most, and then if you missed a couple spots or didn't get it as heavily, it's more of a lighter blue. So it's kind of like the colors of a ballpoint pen, a blue ballpoint pen, if it exploded. So just in case you can't really tell what color this is very well. So yeah, that's all I can say about the product now, because like I said, this is my first day with the product. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know what it's going to look like as it fades. So I'll have more of a proper review later on as I figure out more. Until then, this is my hair color, and this is what I think about the product. I think it works really well. I was expecting it, because it works so well, I was expecting it to like stay in my skin, but it didn't. And I just think I'm really happy with this. Like, I highly suggest it. But other than that, I'll have another video for you guys later. Sorry about that mess up. Sorry, okay, sorry. I love you guys. Bye.